Alright, and I'm just testing settings. Hopefully I do okay. And I'm most likely going to be very quiet during this video. What the hell did I hit? I have to check the replay to see if I actually hit the X-bow in front of me. The one good part about this wheel and it having the shift lights that it does, I have that last shift, the default blue. And when I see that blue flashing, that's when I hit it. And it's nice that it's a bright color, so I'm able to see it in my lower peripheral. I wanted to ride that curb. I'm gonna have to try to outbrake them. I don't know if there's any drafting in this game. Let me pop out. God, I love this load cell brake. I can only imagine how much better a higher quality one would be. Quite honestly, after Friday's announcement of the DD Extreme from Fanatec, there was nothing noteworthy really to talk about other than Super Bowl today, which you're watching this video after. We all know the Kansas City Chiefs won. There's a little drama happening online with some YouTubers. You know, I mean, the usual. This butthole. This butthole. Anyway, so like I was saying, there's some drama where some of the YouTubers are a little in their feelings because I guess with the drama with Fanatec, what they've had, and you know, it being, I guess, heightened more after this Black Friday than I guess it normally would be. A lot of people are in their feelings about whether or not YouTubers should be reviewing Fanatec gear since they can't even manage to deliver anything. Or not deliver anything, but, you know, there's still so many people without their orders. And just the overall craziness. And honestly, it's not the YouTuber's job, you know, to control what a company is doing. You know, in my video from just the other day, if you've watched it, you knew my stand isn't so much that they shouldn't, you know, not that they shouldn't be reviewing it. It's just telling who it is that, you know, is in Fanatec's good graces and haven't had to deal with the same issues that regular consumers are dealing with. And in knowing that, we, you know, at least to me, I would have figured that maybe they would have said something and spoken up and be like, hey, you know, look, I'm going to use my platform to, you know, speak up for the little guy. Like, hey, you know, Fanatec, what's the deal? But at the same time, I understand that this is their job. You know, they rely on the hardware that they get for review, you know, so they can make content. So they're not going to sit there and bite the hand that feeds them. I mean, and I can understand that. I mean, it's a little disappointing, but I can understand it. So what some people are after is like, seriously, they just don't, they want them to boycott Fanatec. It's like, nah, that's a little unrealistic. Now, two things can be right at the same time. You've got some of these guys that are, you know, that are there like, oh, I'm so disappointed in the community for coming after us and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that is rather disappointing. But, I mean, it's gonna happen. I guess it's one of those things where if you're in a public space and a public figure, like, you know, these things, I guess, happen. And you may, I'm not going to say get a thick skin, because quite honestly, it's not nice, you know, it's not very nice to do that to a person. And really, you know, it's not that person's fault. It's not the YouTuber's fault. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like I want to tell them, like, look, you should already know, you've been in the game long enough that, you know, people are going to say this and it's going to happen. That's just the nature of it. You know, it's haters. If anything, if it's really haters, you know, that'll take the opportunity to do stuff like this. Me personally, I'm not gonna sit there and go onto a video and be like, oh, blah 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 this or blah 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 this. How can you support a company that's doing that? Nah, I'm not going to. I mean, my whole thing was just really, hey, you know, if you see this happening to the people who watch your videos, being in the position you are, would it be possible to, hey, reach out and be like, you know, we're hearing a lot about this, or we're getting, you know, some pushback. So is this something that you're going to address, or what, you know? And simply that. And if they say they are, great, relay that. If they aren't, also relay that too. People complaining that, oh, why didn't they say anything about the Extreme coming out? Listen, contracts and NDAs are a real thing, and the last thing you want is to place your business, what you make, what your livelihood, in jeopardy. And while yes, it kind of sucks for us, you know, me, if I would have known that was coming out, I would have bought my GT DD Pro. But at the same time, I understand they have NDAs, they have contracts. You know, also, if you're known to be that type of person, some companies may not want to work with you. And you know what? That's just the nature of business. So I'm not going to sit there and blame them for any of that. No, that's not their fault at all. You know, at all, it's not their fault. Do I wish I would have known, you know? Do I wish they would have announced it earlier? I do. I really do. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to spend another $1,300 on, I'm not in a position to spend $1,300 on a new setup, so it's gonna be, it is what it is. I'm kind of happy I came in 4th even after that spin. That was kind of nice. My fastest lap of the race was a 154. Let's go back and I'll run the replay a little bit while I sit here and talk to you. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and also lower this audio a little bit. No, I think that's too much. Alright, I think that should be good. You know what, let's keep the controls over here. That's no biggie to have him there. Oh, my mouse fell again. I'm so tired of... I've got to do something about this mouse situation. It's getting kind of annoying. Anyway, so like I was saying, oh, I look so washed out. Yeah, it's not their fault. So the people placing the blame on them, honestly, they kind of need to grow up a little bit. They need to understand how some stuff is. Like I said in my videos, my main thing was, you know, I don't want them to put their livelihoods, their careers, their channels in jeopardy by, you know, breaking NDA or breaking a contract or, you know, announcing something ahead of embargo. That would be actually hugely detrimental to them. But, you know, say something, a video, but like, hey, you know, we've reached out to Fanatec and these are the issues that, you know, so-and-so are having, you know, these people, you know, this is an issue and, you know, you know, and you can say that, you know, try to separate yourself from your channel. Like, look, me personally as XYZ YouTuber here at XYZ channel, you know, while I understand, how things are, I really think some transparency. Yeah, man. Oh, I touched the front of that. I touched the back of that car and then rubbed the wall. That sucks. I understand that, this is happening, and, it would be nice if, you know, people were updated, or, reach out, be like, look, I reached out to this company. I talked to my contacts, and, we had a dialogue, and I explained the things that I'm hearing from my viewers who are also customers. And, this is what they're feeling. This is what they're thinking. And at the same time, they explained to me what was happening, so now I'm relaying it out to you guys, and you can take the information how you will, but understand that, me as a person or as XYZ channel, I have absolutely zero to do with how they handle their business model, how they handle their business. So while I can understand your frustration, the outlet in which you're pouring your anger to is misdirected and should be aimed toward Fanatec. Quite honestly, that's exactly what it is. If you look at all my videos, when it comes to my frustrations with Fanatec or my frustrations with PXN or Cammus or whatever, I direct my frustrations to who they belong to, the companies that's causing the issue. Not a YouTuber, not a store, unless it was actually happened to be a store that I'm dealing with that's causing the issue. But, for the most part, it's not a YouTuber. It's the company. And like I said, after what I experienced with Fanatec, I think it's in my best interest to no longer purchase Fanatec products, firsthand from them. If there's anything that I want, I would prefer to support the community and purchase secondhand from a fellow sim racer. Now you get into the whole logistics of, warranties and, cost and some stuff like that, where, yeah, am I going to buy something that's a bunch of years old for almost full price and not get a warranty if it breaks? And, at that point, you kind of have to weigh some options, and see exactly how deep you want to take this. But for the most part, that was my stance. And at no point in time did I place that, on anyone else, on any of my viewers, or on any other YouTuber or any other reviewer. That, to me, what I chose to do and how I'm handling it. So some people, going into the comment section of YouTubers to, badmouth them. Oh, why are you sitting there reviewing their hardware? Why are you sitting there, giving them a platform and blah, blah, blah? Because that's their job. Their job is to review hardware. And they try to remain as unbiased as possible. You may come across some people that, are obvious shills. You may come across some people that are a little bit biased. Maybe they do have a particular brand. Like you can watch my videos and you can easily say I'm biased toward PXN and Cammus. And while yes, I am a bit biased toward them, I'm biased toward them not because of what they've provided me, because Cammus is the only company that's actually sent me a direct drive base. I'm biased toward them because I actually use and like their product. So when you use and actually like their product, you do get a little bit of bias. You're like, this is just really good. And when you've used other things that aren't quite as good, you're like, I'm reviewing this for you. I'm telling you what this is. But in my opinion, this is so and so. This product is so and so. Use your judgment and use your research to determine which is going to be better for you. But at the end of the day, these are my thoughts because, I've used this and this is the experience I've had with this one and this is the experience I've had with this one. So your mileage may vary. So, of course, you can see something, and that's where I spun it because I was just being careless. Oh, look at those brakes glowing. So, at least I rejoined in 8th place and safely. So, the whole getting on the YouTubers, I don't know. I think it's a little... It's a little foul, but, people are going to people. They're going to do what they're going to do. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I know I was kind of quiet at the beginning of the video just because I was trying to get into the rhythm, and now toward the end of the video is, you know, when I'm a little bit more lively. Really, what I'm doing is I'm testing out my setup. I've been testing out settings with OBS. So if any of you guys also stream, or, you know, you dabble with recording using OBS, any and all tips you can give me, you can leave the comments, you know, you can leave the tips in the comments section. My socials are at the beginning of every video. So if you want to reach out on Instagram, uh, or Twitter, I think I have them both up there. You can go ahead and reach out there, and, you know, gladly, thank you. I would appreciate, you know, anything to make this better. I tried my hand at some live streams last night, and it's kind of fun. So really, I just want to kind of get this all set up and working well, so that way I'm bringing you the best quality that I can, but also, you know, working within my means of what I have here. So I'm trying to find a balance. Really, I think this is day like 3 or 4 with the GT DD Pro, and quite honestly, I have to say it's really good. I haven't hooked up the McLaren wheel to it. I haven't used it on console yet. I've just been going through the sims on PC that I like to run, race, and quite honestly, I can see why people like Fanatec. I can. You know, I wanted to hate it. I really did. After the whole issue of ordering and the wait and the limbo and the no, I really wanted to, you know, put myself in like, oh, that's probably going to suck. Fuck Fanatec. But quite honestly, no, I kind of have to eat shit on this one. And anything I may have said bad before, you know, about any hardware, I will retract. It's not bad. It's still expensive. Quite honestly, for what it is, I think it's way too expensive. And, you know, if you're on PC, there's so many other better options that give you more for your money. But if you're in my position where you have console compatibility to, you know, throw in there, it's pretty good. A lot of my friends, they are also console players, and, you know, they were like, Joey, what do you think? And I'm like, bro, I really want to say it fucking sucks, but it really doesn't. You may want to save some money if you want to get it, or maybe look at the DD Extreme. You know, this was over the weekend that I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was a little disappointed and like, really? I'm like, yeah, really, it's actually that good. Quite honestly, I like my Cammus C5 a little bit better. I feel it's a little bit stronger, but I also haven't hooked up the 8 Newton meter boost kit to this yet. I'm just going through everything on the 5, with the regular power brick at 5 Newton meters. Once I go through everything, all the sims on PC, whatever I play on console, once I'm done with that, then I'll switch over to the 8 Newton meter, and I'll evaluate from there also. And then once I'm done with that, I can do the big shootout with all the other wheelbases, you know, use them. I'll pick a few. If you guys want to put down in the comment section, you know, what sims you want me to test all 5 on, like what are the, you know, should I go with what are the most popular? Should I only do the ones that I enjoy? Should I just do one sim? Should I do multiple sims? You know, let me know in the comment section, you know, what you guys think or what you want to see, and, you know, I'll go ahead and take that into account so I can work the 5 Newton meter entry level direct drive shootout video. But quite honestly, it's actually not bad. I really like that the new the DD Extreme, really, because I think the wheel looks really freaking cool. That's actually the only thing. Would I want a 15 Newton meter direct drive? Maybe, but I think that'll come in the time when I'm starting to evaluate the mid-range stuff. So when I start looking at all the mid-range direct drives, you know, all the 10 to 15 Newton meter drives, I think that's when I'm going to sit there. Whew, that's going to be either expensive, or I'm going to have a fire sale to, you know, to afford it, or you guys can be super amazing and smash a like button on all my videos, and, you know, so I can see those, you know, tens of thousands of, you know, likes and shares, and all of you and the tens of thousands, literally, I look at the analytics, that watch my videos, hit that sub button, and make me relevant. You know, and at that point, when companies see that I have a following and that I'm relevant and that my opinion gets out to quite a number of people, then puts me in a position where I can attain more hardware for you guys and review it for you guys and give you my as unbiased opinions as possible and be totally transparent whether or not I had to kick out X amount of dollars for it, whether that was donated to the Patreon, Sunset Sim Racing on Patreon. I still haven't put the link in the other videos. I probably won't, but just look up Sunset Sim Racing. That's me. Or if it was provided by a company for review. That transparency will always be there. And yeah, so you guys make me relevant, then it works. The race is over. I came in 4th place. Super awesome. I spun it, but I managed to come back. That was great. Guys, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. You all are amazing and wonderful. Without you guys, I couldn't do this. So all of this is because of you. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. To everyone around the world, literally everyone around the world, because like I said, I look at my analytics. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting in me, believing in me, you know, in what I'm doing. And where is my cursor? My cursor is missing, so I will have to use my hotkey setup. Don't you just love video production? Guys, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And y'all all have a good night, a good weekend, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.